Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another special edition of Hopped Up Beer Review. We are trying the 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar beers. And today we're having Flötzinger Hell from the Flötzinger Bräu Rosenheim out of Rosenheim, Deutschland. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. We are working our way through the 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar, and lucky for us, Andy in the attic is 2% German and can say all these words because Jay and I won't even try. I've got Andy in the attic, of course. I've got Jay. I am Ben. Which beer are we trying out of the calendar today?
This one, Ben. How do you say it?
I'm going to rewind the video. And
Flötzinger Hell. Yeah, say it with me. And you know, it has
Flötzinger Hell.
It has nothing to do with heritage. It has everything to do with opening an app on your phone and putting it in there, and
Flötzinger Hell.
There you go.
I think that's some German skill that's just native to the bloodline at
Yes,
this point.
yes.
At 2%. You're like a session German.
More session than the hell is Lagos.
That's funny.
So we did have this one last year. If memory serves me correctly, it was number 23 out of the box.
That's good for you, Ben.
Rather specific.
I'm almost positive it was next to last in the box. Because I know it was last, and it wasn't this one, and I'm pretty sure this was next last. So this year we're taking a little different approach. This is the first video you're catching. We realized pretty quickly that the beers in these boxes are not necessarily in the order for every box for everybody. So we're going to drop as many as we can do with the beers we have. It may be 24, it may be 28, it may be somewhere in there. We're going to drop them prior to December 1st. So if you're watching this, obviously it is that period of time. And yeah, we're just going to throw them all out there, and hopefully you guys can enjoy them as you go through your Advent calendar. So with that, cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
You exist. Whoa, look at that disappearing act.
And then he disappeared. Wow, that was good. All right, we're back. Jay is back from his magic trick. So he pulled a fast one on over on us. So, but he's back as well. Yeah. So, all right.
Still waiting to drink.
I mean, we've done cheers, mates. We can do it again. Hey, cheers, mates.
Who wants to drink? Cheers. Oh. Me. Okay.
Yeah.
Andy, what can you tell us about this beer?
You get to talking again.
It is another hell. By all means. Do you want to do this job? You know.
No. I got my own jobs to do.
Yeah. It is a Helles. It is 5.2%, 18 IBUs. Uses Hallertauer and Tettnang hops. Two of my favorite noble hops. So the brewery, that's all that they really told about the beer. None of these beers really go into great depth about, but you know, when they're just hops, you know, barley, water, yeast, they're not much else that they're putting into it, like the fun stuff like that we do here. So they're
not creating backstories like the breweries in America, right? Where this is some kind of villain, and you know, he battles with the pale ale.
Their backstories are pretty much We survived the
Stories
bombings of World
from
War II. You know, it started as a monastery, and then it was invaded by another country, and
It's beer, drink it.
another fire. They had like 3 fires. It's like, oh, the struggles. So this brewery, all I know is the micro started in 1543, and it is the oldest brewery in Rosenheim. And that's all that was worth posting online, I guess.
You know,
Bräu Rosenheim.
with what you just said, the comment that comes to mind is brewery's been around since 1543. How does it remain a micro for that long, right? I mean, like at some point you would think there would be either some growth or it would just fade into the distance of fire number 12, right? It's just,
Lack of
I'm
ambition,
not looking for an answer. I think it's
low beer energy. I don't know.
All they need is a
Little beer
backstory.
energy.
Don't you guys know there are certain companies that prefer to do quality over mass quantity, like AB InBev? I mean, maybe they're content with that, and they make enough money to survive. It's been in their family for generations, and
being private, family owned, you're not getting investors. You don't have shareholders to answer to.
If they make enough money that they can open fire after century, why not?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah, Ben.
I mean, you see what happens with some of these. I mean, we did a macro on Australia recently,
and yeah, that may be coming up on timeline. I think we've recorded that, but it will be released after this. So
same deal.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Makes sense. All right, who's had this one before? We all have. Yeah. So we did have this one last year, number 23. Check it. I'll go first on this one. I hadn't gone first the last few times. This is one that I remember from last year, obviously, and I remember liking last year. I think it's actually, I think at some point, probably about the time we got about halfway through, we realized that this is a box that has a lot of the Helles lagers in it, right? And I think that so far, at least to where we are in a linear timeline, this one so far was not any different. We the ones we have gotten out of have mostly been Helles's so far. I think of the ones I have, this is probably the one I like maybe more than the others so far. And I realize, again, we're not doing day 1, day 2, day 3 as we release these like we did last year. So it's going to make it a little harder maybe for you to figure out which ones we've had so far and haven't, but that doesn't probably really matter. All in all, this one has been so far the best. And I'm going to give it an 8, actually. I like this one. I think it's just got a clean flavor. It's not, for Helles, we talked about how, they're a step above a macro for us, but this one for me is just a little bit more flavor. It's not so much of the light and crisp. It has a little more, just a more bodied flavor to it. So I like it a little bit better. 8 for me.
Yeah, I'll go because Ben, this one stands out to me. I recollect, not because it was number 23, but I do remember. I mean, it's a more distinctive can, and so I linked the flavor, the quality of it last year, remembering I really like this one. There's several from there that I can remember drinking and really liking. There's more than several. There's at least half, this being one of them. And it's, you can tell it's a light Helles, but you taste it and you taste Germany. I mean, it is a German beer, and you can get it from it, whether it's combination of the hops, the water that they use, their yeast, and it has definitely got more depth and flavor than other Helles, and of course our US macros based on these. I too was going to give it an 8.0. Quality beer.
All right, Jake.
Exciting times. Yeah,
Are you going disappearing on us again?
No.
Do another trick,
no more,
Jay. Do another
no
trick.
more disappearing acts. Yeah. We're gonna try to roll through this straight without interruption. So no, it's good. You guys kind of hit the nail on the head. It's more got more taste and flavor to it than a lot of the other Helleses that we've had, and I think that was the case last go around. I just happened to peak at those scores, so I know where we sat last time, know where we'll sit this time. I really enjoy it. Last time I must have really enjoyed it, but this time I'm going to sit with you guys and go with an 8. It's good, full flavor, easy drinking to me. I know you say it's not light, but it's not as light as some we've had. It's still light, and at 5%, I could have 2 or 3 of these in a sitting, and I wish we could get more of this beer. It's a good one, so 8 for me.
Yeah, I think we talk on the show from time to time about keg beer. I mean, this would be, man, I would love to have a keg of this. This would be a great keg beer. It's just got, it's light enough, but it's just got enough flavor that it, is right.
The right ABV.
Yeah, it's right where I want a keg beer for my personal taste, for sure. That is going to give us an 8.0 for the Flötzinger Hell from the brewery Flötzinger Bräu Rosenheim.
Flötzinger Hell.
Thank you.
Hey,
one more time?
Made the attempt. It's nice to.
Flötzinger Hell.
There we go.
There we go.
So probably not an 8.0 on our German translation or pronunciation, but we're trying. Definitely a really good beer. When you get to this one in your advent calendar and you're watching this video, hopefully you enjoyed as much as we have, and we think you will for sure. With that, be sure to like, subscribe, cheers, that notification bell. Check out all our social media links down below in the description. Come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. I'm sure we're going to be having some fun chatting about the Brewers Advent Calendar 2023 when these videos are out, because we have a whole bunch of these. So we're going to be drinking through them again as well. Lastly, if you're interested in any Hopped Up Beer Review merch, we got a link for that down below also. Hey, we're making progress through 2023's calendar. Hope you guys are enjoying it. For Andy in the attic, who's trying to pull up the text again, the speech. I mean,
Sorry.
And
I
Jay,
wasn't paying attention, teacher.
That's fine. You don't have to pay attention.
Cheers,
I'm Ben.
mates.
Cheers, mates.
Good night.
Ben is lame. Ben is lame. Ben is lame.
I'm glad I get to edit
Ben is
this.
lame.
Nice.